Just pulled up to Harbor Freight because a lot of their pocket knives went on sale, so I figured I would head in here and buy all of the cool pocket knives that I see, or maybe some of the fixed blades that I've seen previously, depending on what's going on. But we're gonna dig through what these guys have. Always a great stop, especially when you can save a little money. But let's head in there and see what they've got. I am back from Harbor Freight and I grabbed a pile of knives, and I also was working on my Black Friday videos. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, definitely do so, because there is a Black Friday deals video coming on Harbor Freight, and not just Harbor Freight, a ton of other companies. And every Friday I'm doing deal alert videos, but let's dig right into what I found. Grab this guy right here, the Gordon 6-inch fixed blade. Reminds me heavily of a buck. This one was $24.99. This guy right here seemed interesting. 8CR13 MOV steel, 3.4-inch blade. Looks like assisted opening, window breaker, seatbelt cutter, $14.99. This guy right here, a nice work Hawktail Doyle. Push button design, we'll try it out. This one was $13.99. This guy right here, my cameraman purchased during an EDC challenge. If you missed those videos, go back and take a look. But 8CR13 MOV steel, super smooth action. We will open this particular one up. 10 bucks. That is awesome. And this guy right here, nothing fancy, kind of like one of the junkiest pocket knives there. Looks like a Gerber Paraframe. This one was $3.99. We will open that up. And this big 18-inch machete was like $5.99 or $6. So let's open them up and see how they look. So I've got everything unboxed. Let's take a look, starting with this fixed blade knife. Now, this is definitely similar to the full-size buck fixed blade. Everything from the color variation to the sheath used, but there's definitely a quality difference and a weight difference between this and the buck. The buck is much sharper, a little bit better feeling, but honestly, this is a great little fixed blade knife for $25. Feels good in the hand, very nice pommel. Good overall edge for $25, and a pretty slick, classic-looking fixed blade knife for 25 bucks. Definitely not disappointed. Now, we will be using some of these down on the land and testing, but this was more of just a general overview. The next one I want to take a look at was the $4 knife. Now, this one comes in very similar to the Gerber Paraframe. Very stiff action, similar to the Gerber Paraframe. You got to use those thumb studs, and it pops it open. This one also, though, has a flipper. Now, that flipper's not going to get it open all the way. The action is just too tight on that frame lock, but the frame lock locks up solid. Great overall lockup. Decent little tip-down carry knife. $4. Now, something like this would be great is if you were traveling, you flew in, you had to leave your knife behind because you were traveling on an airplane. You show up somewhere and you just are there for a weekend or even just a day or two, but you can't live without a pocket knife. $4, something like this is great. At the end of your trip, you just give it away and you're good to go. And that's similar to something like this. 8CR13 MOV steel, like a polymer G10-ish feeling handle. But on this guy, the action is very darn awesome. Like, it flips open nice with that flipper. Feels like it's riding on bearings, although you can feel the bearings. Like, they're not the smoothest bearings in the world. You can flip that pocket clip, tip up, tip down, left and right. Incredibly versatile. Thumb stud action. Works out really good. Reverse finger flip capable. $10. Again, same concept. You're traveling, you show up, or you just forgot your knife that day and you're picking up some tools. Man, $10, it's a pretty decent little beater knife. This guy right here is an interesting hawk bill. It's a push button open, but a liner lock close. I do not like that, but overall the action's fairly smooth, fairly razor sharp out of the box. Good ergonomic holds. Got a nice little jimping on the back, a little cutout for your thumb. Man, if you were looking for like a hawk bill for work, like if you were cutting open things like slicing wires and different things like that, cutting carpet, this is a good utility knife. Tip down carry. Nothing to write home about, but something convenient. This guy is not assisted opening like I thought. It feels like it's on bushings, definitely not on bearings. Half serrated, Tonto style blade. Tip up, tip down, or sorry, tip down carry only, but a completely reversible pocket clip. Seatbelt cutter, window breaker. I think this one's trying to do a little too much. I'd rather have this guy for 10 than this guy for 15, but that's my humble opinion. And then the machete right here, a little bit flimsy, a little bit floppy, but overall I think this could work for $6. Like if you didn't have a machete, you're wanting to trim up some weeds, some brush, put in a little camp bag. That saw on the back though is pretty mean. Like I feel like you can really do some damage with that saw and some limbs and brush that you were clearing out for a campsite. In summary, none of this stuff is going to be the absolute best you've ever had, but it's pretty darn good for the price. I think the highlights of this entire setup are if you had less than $5 to spend on a knife, I don't see how you could go wrong with that. And about $10 and you're around Harbor Freight, this is going to be a great knife. And the fixed blade is pretty decent for the money, although I've reviewed other fixed blades on the channel that I'd much rather have for $25 than this. But again, that's purchasing them online and shipping them from Amazon. But if you're interested in fixed blades without breaking the bank, definitely subscribe to my channel and check it out. But if you were in person somewhere and you wanted to pick up a fixed blade, this is not that bad for $25, and the machete's the same deal, except for, honestly, I don't think you can find a much cheaper $6 machete that actually works like this one would. I hope you guys liked the video. Hope it gives you a ton of different options from Harbor Freight. And again, subscribe to the channel for more deal alerts, for more specials, for EDC challenges, survival challenges. We're always doing fun stuff on the channel, and I greatly appreciate you coming over here and just kind of hanging out with us as we film the videos. And you guys comment in the comment section below, what type of videos do you want to see next? Thanks for watching. Have a good one.